My next guest says she's now only able to look in the mirror again after a really difficult 15 months. A warning, there are some graphic images ahead. Now, it was back in January last year that dancer Abbie Quinnen and her boyfriend Strictly's AJ Pritchard attempted to copy a home hack video which went horribly wrong. It left Abbie with third-degree burns and needing 3 skin grafts. You remember we followed Abbie's story here on the show last year alongside the fantastic Katie Piper. Well, now Abbie is ready to bear all again, saying she has finally learnt to love her scars. And it's so good to have you here. We're both trying to look like rays of sunshine this morning, Abbie. It has been a long road, 15 months of recovery, Abbie, but you're in a very different place now, thankfully. But if I may, Abbie, just to take us back to that day, you were having a bit of fun with AJ, you know, you two are online lots, you were filming a little video. Like, what are your memories of the moment it went wrong?
Yeah, so it was like during lockdown, and obviously everyone was trying these home hack videos, and fundamentally what you do is you try to turn a vase, a glass wine bottle into a vase, and as soon as you, we tied a piece of rope around and it's supposed to drop into the sink and the top of the bottle is supposed to fall off, but as soon as AJ lit the piece of rope, it just completely blew up and it shot across the room and the fire just instantly caught my hair and I was engulfed in flames.
A major reason for never trying anything like that at home, Abbie. You'll be the first to voice that. AJ was alongside you the whole time. You're rushed to hospital, and you're in hospital for 5 nights, in fact, and
yes.
at the burns unit at Chelsea Westminster. I mean, at that point, it was a particularly low time for you, and just not knowing what was going to happen next.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I didn't know whether I was ever going to look the same again. I didn't know if I was going to get my full range of movement back. I didn't know if I'd be able to go back on stage doing what I love doing. But the burns unit was absolutely incredible. I was so lucky to be at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital where they looked after me incredibly and obviously had all the surgeries there and still continue to go back there now.
And look, you're so bubbly and outgoing and indeed talented, Abbie, but in that moment you didn't want to see anybody and you didn't want anyone to see you, more importantly. And that must have been very tough, particularly for AJ.
Yeah, no, it was extremely tough. I just felt like I looked absolutely horrific and I knew that if any of my family or AJ saw me, it would break their hearts. I just looked so terrible. So that was the last thing I wanted to do, was upset them more. And also I was embarrassed of the way that I looked, so I didn't want anyone to see me.
Which you saying that now, that sounds like just the absolute madness. I mean, of course that's not how it should have been at all, but I get when you're in that moment, there's all sorts of emotions. And in fact, that was possibly the most difficult part to deal with, was the emotional damage that had been done.
Definitely, it was a lot of trauma, that's for sure, but having someone to talk to from the Chelsea and Westminster unit, having therapy, that really massively helped.
Because you weren't going to do that at one point. It was actually your surgeon almost got a bit irate with you because you hadn't taken up this therapy that was on offer for you, but it has changed everything.
Absolutely, I think that's how I can speak so openly about it now, and I also tried to get AJ to get some therapy as well, because it's not just me that went through it, it's also him obviously having to look after me and everything as well.
Because he was trying to obviously put on this sort of happy face and looking after you and everything else, but you did catch him in sort of quiet moments where he was struggling.
Absolutely, yeah. He was trying to be so strong for me, but I know, like, as soon as he left the room, he'd be crying on the phone to his mum, or I did find him one day just crying on the sofa hysterically, and I really didn't know what to do. I was trying to help him, but yeah, he was really, really struggling.
Yeah, well, you're a great team, clearly, and you've been a wonderful team together. And here we are, 15 months on, with some wonderful news from doctors saying no more surgery.
Yes, so I was so pleased to see my surgeon last week. She literally feels like family because she's so lovely and she saved my skin, so I'm so thankful for her. But yeah, she said she doesn't think I'm going to have any more surgeries. Just going to have microneedling in the next couple of weeks, so I'm excited to try that as well.
And that sort of starts to break down scar tissue, I think, doesn't it? So
exactly, yeah.
You can maybe potentially see a quick response to that. And how do you feel in yourself now, Abbie, then? You're happy to get back out there, you're happy to dance again, which at one point you thought you were never going to do.
Exactly, no, I'm feeling so much better. Like, I've run 2 half marathons for charity, I've been back on stage, I'm dancing auditions for West End musicals and photo shoots. I'm back to normal, which I never thought I'd be back this quickly.
And you feel like your old self?
I do feel feel even more confident, and I feel like I've got more fight in me, which is absolutely crazy. But
That's
yeah,
brilliant. It's like a superpower sometimes when you overcome something that's been so dreadful.
Definitely.
And you come out the other end. And what about AJ as well?
AJ, no, he's doing so well. He's been absolutely incredible. I love him so much, and obviously so grateful for how he was with me when I was in such a terrible state. So.
Because the last time I saw all of you, we were talking about the boys' tour and being out on the road, and of course pandemic hits and everything else, but that is to come.
Yes, so we are hoping to do another tour very soon. I haven't got exact dates, but yeah, I'm super excited to be back dancing with AJ and Curtis, of course.
And how's Curtis? Because he was living with you during lockdown, wasn't
yes.
he? No more. He's moved out.
He's only just moved out, but so it has been really nice just to have me and AJ time, because we've never actually had that really. But he is missed, as he is a big character and it just makes me laugh all the time.
Of course he does. And of course, like Strictly coming up at the end of the year, I can absolutely see you as a pro dancer in Strictly.
Oh my God, that would be the dream, honestly. I would love to do that. I need to get a few more lessons from AJ though, that's for sure.
Well, he knows what he's talking about.
He does
He's
know.
proven and tested, isn't
Done
he?
it himself, so.
And the West End is always something you've really aspired to do, though, Abbie.
Absolutely, yeah. I'd love to be like Roxy in Chicago, or in Footloose, or Flashdance. Anything dancey I would absolutely love to do.
Well, Abbie, just before you go, just what would you say to anyone who has just found themselves in a very similar situation as yourself? They're in those very, very early days on the road to recovery. What advice would you give to someone struggling right now?
I'd say definitely do exactly what the doctors said, because they're only trying to help your skin. And if you do have those bad days, I definitely had them where I was just in bed the whole day crying. That's totally allowed. And if you can, try and speak to someone who's been through something similar. I know that speaking to Katie Piper and also Claudia Winkleman massively, massively helped me. And just because I know that they've been through something similar, that it felt great to be able to speak to someone that had been through something similar to me.
Absolutely. Well, Abbie, it's great to see you looking gorgeous as always. Good luck with everything coming up, and send our love to AJ and Curtis.
Thanks so much for having me.
Not at all. Thank you so much, Abbie.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.